And if y'all not gonna act like y'all got home training, get the fuck up and wait for the next one. That ass. Because I'm trying to get to my destination. I'm late. Been waiting since 2:07. Y'all know what time it is? 4:32. Come on, act like y'all got home training. The fuck is wrong with y'all? The fuck?
And right after you hit him with the hammer,
he kind of charged toward me, and I saw the knife on the ground and started stabbing him. I mean, obviously I was killing him. I stabbed him maybe 5 more times, and he said, "You're killing me."
thank you for giving us this opportunity to at least talk to you for a little bit, okay? And I do appreciate your willingness to come in and talk about what happened, because it really not only helps the family, but it seems like it's helped you quite a bit to get it off your chest. Back in August of 1994, you flew over to Portland. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had mentioned, I think during the interview, that you had entered a shop. And what did you do inside the shop there?
Walked around looking at stuff, and then I was going to steal some stuff out of there.
And you stayed there for?
Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Okay. If you were in that shop, you kind of knew that someone would stay in that travel trailer then, because it was close by. It was only 30, 40 yards away maybe. At what point did you decide to go over to the trailer?
During one of the days when I was getting real hungry, I thought there might be some food in there.
So decided to go in there and look. You had mentioned before that you broke a window out to get into the trailer.
That's correct.
Okay. Was anyone inside the trailer?
No, at first I was just looking for food, and then I thought there might be a gun in there or something.
What were you doing in the trailer for so long? Were you high then?
I'm sure I was, but just maybe in a residual way from lack of sleep.
Did you find the hammer?
I think it was inside of the trailer somewhere.
You said that you saw Bob come home.
Yeah.
So were you
the
just...
first thing that I...
Okay, because you kind of knew that he was going to find you in there.
Yeah.
So did you know you were going to attack him as soon as he came in the trailer?
That's what I thought, was that I would hit him and then take his car and leave.
Okay.
I didn't think that he would be able to. It didn't even seem to faze him. The hammer didn't even faze him.
I think you told Detective Wilson that you hit Bob in the head. So what happened right after you hit him with the hammer?
He kind of charged toward me, and I saw the knife on the ground, and I grabbed it really quick, and he was like tackling me and started stabbing him.
Okay. Was he hitting you?
No, he was like tackling me, like with his arms. So there were no blows being thrown. It was like just coming at me, and then I actually was able to reach down while he's pushing at me. I opened it up, believe it or not. I opened the whole thing up and started stabbing him.
With like a bear hug?
Yeah.
Okay, so he had you wrapped up kind of in his arms then?
Kind of, like he started pushing towards me, and then...
So you were able to open it up?
I was.
And you had mentioned that you stabbed him a bunch of times in the stomach.
When I went down to pick it up, he's a big guy, and I just started stabbing the first place that I could see, and he kept coming, and it wasn't doing much to him. I mean, obviously I was killing him, but he was a strong man, so yeah.
At what point did he fall down, or did you push him down? Well, at some point you must have been on top of him.
Oh yeah, and then I covered him with some blankets and stuff. He stopped pushing towards me, and then I stabbed him maybe 5 more times, and he said, "You're killing me."
Was he still standing there?
Stopped. Yeah, and then he was falling.
How long did he live then, after you stopped stabbing him?
Maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe.
Quite a while then.
Yeah.
Because 5 minutes is quite a while if you're watching something like that.
That's when I think that I started smelling like feces and urine.
You stuck around for a while.
I did.
What made you walk in the door this weekend and tell somebody this and write that note?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Something I've been running from forever.
Are you trying to do the right thing, or do you think like you've been forced to come in here?
Trying to do the right thing, but having a lot of difficulty for a long time, so.
So you came in here voluntarily on your own volition, and I really appreciate you talking to us. It is helpful, and I appreciate it.
Now that is a crazy story to hear. This guy did this murder at 94 and turned himself in 22 years later, 2016. Man, that's crazy. They was never ever able to capture this guy. He had to turn himself in now. He must have had a guilty conscience the whole time, because I mean, you thinking about what you did to someone and to be able to detail the murder? Bruh, come on now. Something really isn't going on with your marbles, and your elevator show didn't elevate to the top. But the plan on how you did it, now that sounds like something that, you gotta have some sense to do. But, man, 22 years later.
911, what is the address of the emergency? 4240? Okay, 40, is this a house or an apartment? Okay, what is your name?
Alex.
Alex, what's going on?
My parents were shot.
Your what?
My parents were shot.
Your parents were shot?
Yeah.
Stay on the line, okay? Alex, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14, where are they now?
There's a bathroom.
Okay, who shot your parents?
I did.
You did? Okay, stay on the line with me, okay?
Okay.
And help. Was it an accident? How did this happen, sweetie?
I don't know.
You don't know?
First thing I was sleeping, the next thing I know, I had a gun in my hand. My parents on the ground.
Okay. Alex, is there anyone else in the house with you, sweetie?
Oh, hurry.
Huh?
Yeah, hurry.
We're on their way, okay? Are they breathing?
I don't know.
Can you go check for me? We're going to help you, okay, sweetie? We're going to...
Oh,
Where did you shoot your parents at?
in the bathroom.
Okay, where? When you shot your parents, where did you shoot it? Where did the gunshots land?
What?
You shot your parents, right? Where did you shoot them at? When you shot them, where did they hit them at?
I had my dad in the shoulder, and I don't know where I had my mom.
Okay, can you try to call your dad? Let me know if he's responding to you.
What?
Call your dad. Is he answering you?
Dad! Dad! Dad!
You're in the way, Alex. Where's the gun now?
It's in the bathroom.
What are you
I don't know why I did it.
Okay. We're going to help you, Alex. What school do you go to?
Oh, my God.
Okay, were you and your parents arguing?
Oh.
No? Okay. You said you were sleeping and you woke up with the gun in your hand? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Alex, mother answering you. What's your mother's name? It's what? Kelly. Okay. And what's your father's name?
My father?
Yeah, what is his name? Okay. So your dad's not answering you? You're on the way, okay? We're gonna help. Try to call out to your mom. See if she answers you.
No. You just told me to call 911.
I told you to call 911.
My mom.
So your mom is breathing? She's answering you?
I don't know.
Listen, Alex.
Mom! Answer me, Mom. I didn't mean it. I just woke up.
You woke up, okay. Do you sleep the gun usually in your room? Where's it?
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Just try to... How many times did the gun go off? Twice? Okay. Hang in there, Alex. Hang in.
I'm not who I used to be. I'm something more.
Let me see your car, okay? Let me see your deputy's car, okay? Okay, are you seeing them?
No.
Okay, is there... What kind of... You said it's...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is there a car in the driveway?
Yes.
Yeah, what kind of car's in the driveway?
A gray truck.
Okay, and what else?
There's a blue truck in the back. There's a boat.
Okay.
Family. Check. Familiar faces. Jane? Check. Drama. What's
The sirens.
You hear the sirens? Okay.
That's crazy. I want to know what happened, like what really happened, because that's kind of crazy to hear that this little guy woke up, had a gun in his hand, and killed his parents. Didn't really give details. It really didn't give details. I mean, it kind of left us on the cliffhanger. Besides, he got 20 years and being served. I mean, other than that, it really didn't say too much about the names or anything like that. We just had to hear this little guy talk about, pretty much nothing. It's sad that his parents had to go, though. Rest in peace to him. Hopefully he's getting, some kind of mental help, because it sounds like he's dealing with something.
This story out of Pennsylvania is chilling. It happened on Monday at this residential intersection in Philadelphia, where 4 guys were returning home from a shopping trip to a local mall. Things seemed to be fine as they crossed this street, when out of the blue, 4 men jumped out of a nearby parked van and began to relentlessly open fire. The ambushers eventually got back in their van and ran over some of the victims. Surveillance footage showed they had been waiting in the van for around 20 minutes. The 4 victims were aged 18, 19, 24, and 28. The 2 younger victims died at the scene, while the 24-year-old died shortly after being rushed to a nearby hospital. The oldest was able to get into a nearby house where medics treated him, eventually rushing him to the hospital as well, where he is still in critical condition. Police are still investigating, and the motive for the shooting is still unknown. A local news outlet reported it may be drug-related.